Alright, turn the camera on, I did. Yeah, so I'll do a quick response. I only watched half of a John Paul Dorn response video. Should speed up his videos, but he just does talk too damn slow and doesn't say anything. And that's really the problem. But anyway, so again, he just reiterated his point that somehow arguing to, end human or even life on Earth is somehow impossible, and that the only real possibility is socialism or his variation of it. And whatever, because I don't need to provide you credentials for my argumentation on these subjects. I've got a channel called Fair Economics. I spell out a system I'm advocating, which is more like civilizationism. Okay, I want a civilization, that's right, where we don't give control to people based on birthright, where we create incentives for people to work. I'm not anti-technology or progress. I'm pro-fairness, blah, 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 blah. I've got proposals out there, direct, straight line dictates, like the money, like the government provides some seed money to create a non-for-profit businesses. They could do that tomorrow. We could vote for it tomorrow. It could get done tomorrow. So, yeah, I just don't need these nags that somehow, yeah, again, you're just playing the same old game. Like you're sitting in the back seat and you're saying, well, Gary, I think maybe, I think you could have got to the grocery store a little quicker if we, turned right instead of left back there. I don't know. That's what I think. And well, I mean, I don't need this bullshit. I really don't. And you can't, you just make these statements like, I think it's impossible. Well, what do I care what John Paul Doran thinks is possible? Why should I give a fuck? What's possible? Who the fuck knows what's possible? Circumstances will dictate what is possible. It's probable that we're all going to get, that we're not going to even survive our lives. But let's figure if you've got a couple of decades left. I don't feel like it. I feel like I have a couple of days left. But let's just say there's a couple of decades left. It's a long time to be in a world where people absolutely hate each other. And they have all this drone technology and other kind of malicious crap. And it's going to get really dicey going into this future. So why don't you deal with that problem, John? No, don't mean to backseat drive, but maybe you have to solve that violence problem first. So, what your priorities don't seem proper. So why are you worried about this economic stuff when you're going to get nuked, asshole? But whatever. There was a point to this that I wanted to get to. Oh yeah. So the only value in this is that it did provoke me to think again about this whole issue of, what these. The human problem and these dilemmas. I mean, there's this huge dilemma that ruins government. It ruins politics. Because to be a decent person, yeah, you have to care about kids. But we have these scumbags who have these kids. These poor people. These irresponsible motherfucking poor people. And they just play this game. Their life is totally dysfunctional. They might be self-medicating with alcohol, who knows what kind of drugs they're on to get through their day, and they decide, I'll have a kid. What the fuck is that? And what are we going to do to stop it? I mean, that's something we're stopping. So I think the idea of paying people to give up their reproductivity is probably good policy. Or just shoot him. Shoot the poor. I mean, I hate irresponsible, reckless asshole poor. I feel sorry for people who are sick, the homeless guys and the rest of that. Yeah, somebody should give a shit about that crap. But these motherfuckers who think they're entitled, I'm alive, therefore you should spend $1 billion to keep me alive, even if, I drink, gasoline and destroy my liver. Even though just go on down the list of all their recklessnesses. And somehow we should, give them, I don't even know, they cut off their own legs and then say, give me a motorized wheelchair. I mean, it's this kind of, I don't know how to put it exactly, but that kind of attitude has just got to be squashed. I mean, those people are a menace to civilization. I mean, it might as well just be mass murderers in that they just consume all these valuable resources because they're fucking cheaters. That's the other part of it. Cheat. They cheat all over the fucking place. They can't play the game honest. They can't get their aid without lying and cheating and stealing from the government. I mean, they should be squashed for that one. If you're caught doing that, they should steamroll the fuckers. This is just bullshit. You can't even be empathetic and sympathetic. And so it's sort of like the scenario where, you know, a country in Africa and the people are all starving. So yeah, we give them a whole bunch of food aid and whatnot. And I'm not saying our capitalists aren't making money off that crap. They are. But regardless, we aren't. We, the citizens, aren't making any money on the deal. And what do they do with it? They get themselves just healthy enough to pop out a baby. They don't fix their country. They don't build an infrastructure. No, they just either have a war or a baby. A war or a baby. There seems to be the only two behaviors that can take place when you give people with no infrastructure resources. So it's just so defeating. I mean, you can't win. And where else can we go with this? Yeah, so anyway, that's just the context. It's just the thought that came to mind. It's just this, you know, this all has to be drawn up very carefully, as the Wicked Witch would say. Very carefully. Too much wind for that shit. Anyway, yeah, I mean, if you don't draw it up just precisely, you have to anticipate, you have to have it has to be flexible, it has to be able to deal with all these little nuances, or the damn thing fails, because people suck. And they are going to try to destroy fairness. They're going to try to cheat. They're going to be dishonest and unethical, and they're going to lack integrity and all that kind of crap. They're just not going to play the game fair. When no one's looking, they're going to move the pieces around. I mean, people just suck. So anyway, but yeah, I really don't need guidance. I don't need your what do they call that? Your con something or other. But I don't need it. All right, so go tell somebody else how to live their YouTube life, fucker. And I have no respect, pretty much zero respect for your opinion regarding what's possible or probable or likely. Who the fuck cares what you think? Why should I care what you think? Yeah, exactly. What qualifies you, butthead? Oh, that's right. Absolutely nothing. Did you make some other prediction in your life that was, you know, correct and accurate and demonstrates you to be insightful? I don't think so. So, yeah, just talk about something else, asshole. Talk to someone else, asshole.